think it's mandatory. It's mandatory to take advantage and hit those facilities who will further on will take advantage and hit and will be targeted towards Israeli facilities. I think it was a good attack. It gave us relief knowing that Iran will never take advantage of nuclear programs towards Israel.
ובסופו של דבר התברר בוא נגיד שעשינו התקפה באיראן. אני מאוד 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 גאה בזה, ואני רוצה לפנות לטראמפ ולקבל את החיזוק שלו. מאוד מאוד חשוב כל ההגנה והעזרה שאתם נותנים לנו, אם זה מבחינת החיילים והסוללות. כל התמיכה הזאת זה משהו שהוא מאוד 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 קריטי לנו. זה רגעים היסטוריים עבורנו כמדינה, כאומה.
I didn't feel afraid at all. This is something that the Israeli people have been dealing with for years. Rockets coming in, having to run into the safe rooms every day. Which society has to put up with that? Why should a country put up with that? And Israel shouldn't have to put up with that. But we all headed to the safe room. Babies, the young, the old, everyone in the stairwell, that's where our safe room was. And everyone kept each other, everyone's resilient here. They were calm, they were cool, they're used to it.
I completely 100% support Israel defending itself against horrible, horrible threats, especially something like a nuclear potential.
all the world. We are making the war for all the nations, for Europe too, because Iran is not satisfied only to hurt Israel. They want to take all the Middle East, all Europe, and I don't want to say the rest. I'm not politics. Yeah, but I understand something about this life. This is the situation. I was 100 meters from here. I'm living in this building. Me and my daughter, we heard the first alarm to go in the shelter. I woke up my daughter, I told her to come. She came, we sit in, we close the door with our dogs, and 7:07 they start the alarm. It was the first alarm. We hear the booms far away, and then the second alarm, I heard like a plane is going over our head, and it was like a big whistle, and then after a second I heard a big boom. My ears was like bombing. The door of the shelter was open. The dog ran away, and we were in fear. I took my carriage, I closed the door back. My daughter started to cry, and we waited for the Picud Haoref to come and tell us to go out. When we went out, we saw that the window in the living room was broken. All the pictures were broken. Pieces from the wall was on the floor, and all over the house.
The sound was huge.
Huge. I never heard such a sound. I was in the army, and my parents live in Ashkelon. I passed few bombs, I passed few walls.
But it was nothing like this.
This one was a tsunami from up, really.
We will punch the United States and Israel in the mouth, he says.
Head off!
Trump, you are threatening my leader, this woman says. Don't you know my nation believes death is sweeter than honey?
是烧了美国的国旗。
伊朗8款中程飞弹中，至少5款可以打击到以色列，其中1款射程达2000公里，等于美军在中东的19个基地1个都逃不了，全在射程内。驻弹飞弹朝天空发射，声势浩大。以冲突进入第2周，伊朗官媒释出最新画面，秀肌肉意味浓厚。而双边持续互轰，以色列海法市中心一栋现代化建筑遭伊朗飞弹突破铁穹防御，炸毁，灰飞烟灭。另一个监视器画面也曝光，伊朗猛轰以色列南部大城贝尔谢巴大楼，玻璃帷幕当场炸裂，眼看境内损失惨重，以色列怒呛攻势绝不停止，再轰伊朗首都德黑兰。至于美国出兵
Lobster, a baked potato under the steak.
拿起超大牛排咬下，心满意足。最近大批美军在网上晒出军队丰盛大餐，内含牛排、龙虾等高档食材。这样的餐点在军中被称为部署餐。突然被加餐的部队，往往是要被派去前线执行重大任务。伊朗警告美国切勿军事干预。伊朗8款中程飞弹中，至少5款可以打击到以色列，其中1款射程达2000公里，等于美军在中东的19个基地1个都逃不了，全在射程内。俄罗斯也警告，美国对以伊战争的干预将引发恐怖升级螺旋，世界距离核灾恐怕只剩几毫米。而伊朗外交部长则在瑞士日内瓦会晤英德法欧盟外交代表，举行核谈判，希望缓和局势，强调只要以色列攻击不结束，伊朗就不会和美国谈判，让这场日内瓦会面陷入零妥协局面。
We will punch the United States and Israel in the mouth, he says.
Head off!
Trump, you are threatening my leader, this woman says. Don't you know my nation believes death is sweeter than honey? What do you have, Israel? He says. You have nothing. You are occupiers, unreligious. You're killing people, killing women. You kill everyone. You're terrorists.
CNN 的记者直击，在德黑兰市中心有数以千计的民众示威，高喊要政府硬起来，力抗以色列的空袭，以及要川普不要介入两国的冲突。伊拉克和黎巴嫩也分别有大批的民众上街声援伊朗，抗议以色列攻击伊朗，也有部分群众是烧了美国的国旗。
Thank you very much. A short time ago, the U.S. military carried out massive precision strikes on the 3 key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime, Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan. Everybody heard those names for years as they built this horribly destructive enterprise. Our objective was the destruction of Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat posed by the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. Tonight, I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated. Iran, the bully of the Middle East, must now make peace. If they do not, future attacks will be far greater and a lot easier. For 40 years, Iran has been saying death to America, death to Israel. They have been killing our people, blowing off their arms, blowing off their legs with roadside bombs. That was their specialty. We lost over 1,000 people, and hundreds of thousands throughout the Middle East and around the world have died as a direct result of their hate. In particular, so many were killed by their general, Qasem Soleimani. I decided a long time ago that I would not let this happen. It will not continue. I want to thank and congratulate Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu We worked as a team like perhaps no team has ever worked before. And we've gone a long way to erasing this horrible threat to Israel. I want to thank the Israeli military for the wonderful job they've done. And most importantly, I want to congratulate the great American patriots who flew those magnificent machines tonight, and all of the United States military on an operation the likes of which the world has not seen in many, many decades. Hopefully, we will no longer need their services in this capacity. I hope that's so. I also want to congratulate the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Dan Raisin Kane, spectacular general, and all of the brilliant military minds involved in this attack. With all of that being said, this cannot continue. There will be either peace or there will be tragedy for Iran far greater than we have witnessed over the last 8 days. Remember, there are many targets left. Tonight's was the most difficult of them all, by far, and perhaps the most lethal. But if peace does not come quickly, we will go after those other targets with precision, speed, and skill. Most of them can be taken out in a matter of minutes. There's no military in the world that could have done what we did tonight, not even close. There has never been a military that could do what took place just a little while ago. Tomorrow, General Kane, Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth will have a press conference at 8 a.m. at the Pentagon. And I want to just thank everybody, and in particular, God. I want to just say, we love you, God, and we love our great military. Protect them. God bless the Middle East.